morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, I'm greeting you. As you can see by the title of the video, I'm going to break down to you how to grow your TikTok profile in a few easy steps. Let's get into it. I think the number one most important step to growing your profile is to find your niche or niche. Niche. Please, English is very hard. I'm going to say niche. And what I mean by niche is your lane of content. So for me, my lane or what I do on TikTok, I make skits. I make comedic skits. And I started off I really relied on sounds at the very first, before I really started using my own voice for skits. But yeah, I just make, that's my lane. I make comedy. So wherever if you want to be a dancer, or you want to bring informational videos, or you want to sing, whatever, just find your find what suits you, where you can maximize your creativity, and just go from there and stay on that path. And I feel that's important, because if you don't have a certain niche, people really don't know what they're gonna get from you. I mean, that's not to say that people with a niche, they know what to expect, be unpredictable, be creative, but they should have an idea of what they're gonna get next. They should know what they're getting from you, you know what I'm saying? To try and build an audience, you know what I mean? So that's why I feel establishing a niche, whatever, establishing that is important for your success in the future. Thank you. Number 2, creativity. And I know somebody in the comments is gonna be oh, well, duh, creativity, content creation. But let me explain. So nowadays on TikTok, right? I feel I see the same content over and over. I feel content just gets recycled, reused, and all that. And the actual creativity aspect is kind of lost a little bit. That's not to say that there aren't any creative TikTokers, because there are plenty of creative, innovative TikTokers doing their own thing, of course, but more and more it feels I see the same thing. So for me, what I pride myself on is I make my content is sent to basically, it's not for Africans, but it's how would I say it? I make skits related to Africans. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but I tried to put my own twist on it, so it's you're not seeing the same thing every time, or you're not seeing something that another African content creator made. I want to be stay original to myself, you know what I mean? Stay true to myself and my own content, if that makes any sense. I don't know, but yeah, for me, I really pride myself on that. And I feel if you as a content creator, you pride yourself on creativity and being original and really thinking out, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know, just that whole process that your followers really appreciate, the effort and the effort that you put into your videos to just be different, you know what I mean? And number 3 is consistency. And this is where a lot of people have issues that when they're trying to get bigger on TikTok, and you know, some people would post one TikTok every 2 to 3 months, and they're oh, why am I not blowing up? Bro, you barely post. That's why you're not blowing up. You barely post. Me, when I started at first, I would post maybe once, even twice a day. You know what I'm saying? Just to get videos out on the For You page. Because the more you post, and the more consistently you do it, you will find success at some point. You just have to stay consistent and just have the mindset that okay, if I just keep going at it at a good rate, I'm gonna strike gold. Because in my case, right, I started TikTok in February of 2020. I was posting videos, you know, every day sometimes, you know, and a lot of them did flop at first. But then I had one viral video. Well, it wasn't viral, it hit 10K. So now I was okay. I kept being consistent, you know, I would post daily, every other day type thing. And then I had a video reach 250,000 views. And then ever since then, I've tried to post at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It doesn't have to be on that schedule, but 3 times a week. Just getting content out there, being consistent. You know what I mean? a lot of like creators don't realize the importance of like consistency, and like like I, for like a good stretch of time, was like very consistent within like with my posting until like I got to college and all that, and like I was dealing with a lot of like mental health issues, so I had to like take a break from TikTok, and like I saw how it affected like my views and like my followers and all that, because I wasn't posting. So I believe that it is very important to just stay consistent, because if you are consistent, results will show. I mean, just look at my YouTube. I mean, I know I'm not a big YouTuber yet, but I've just been on it like every week, just trying to get content out, good content, and like the results have been showing. Like, I'm growing by the day thanks to y'all. So consistency for a content creator is very, very important. Having like a schedule or like a rate, like the rate at like the time that you post is also very, very important. So keep that in mind for wanting to become a content creator. And the last thing you should really keep in mind is quality over quantity. Okay, so I know I just talked about like consistency and like getting like a lot of posts out there, but don't put out like too many posts, you know what I mean? Because then you have like content creators who would like post like 3, 4, 5 times a day, right? And like out of those like maybe 25 videos that they'll post in a week, maybe like 3 or 4 of them are really good quality. Like, you'll see like the other videos that they didn't really put as much time into them or like effort, so it's kind of like half-assed. You're really not getting like the most out of them. So for me, as someone who does skits, I can't really speak for like people who have like other like lanes of content, but for somebody, hey, the way I just started, hey, slow down, reset. For somebody who does skits, right, I feel like the quality over quantity rule has really like helped me, because at first, well, not really at first, there was a time where like my views started to slow down, and like this is when I was like fairly new to TikTok. So like you have this like unbelievable like rise of followers, and then at some point you're gonna plateau, like you're gonna slow down a bit. Like, that's just like how social media works. I mean, it's just like the nature of it. So you're gonna rise, and then I plateaued, right? And then my views were dipping down a little bit. So me like wanting to regain that like success from before, I'm gonna try and get as many videos out as possible to see which one strikes gold. But while doing that, I lost like the aspect of like trying to sit down and like really think and write out the best like quality skits that I could have. And like during those times where like my views had dropped and like I was like basically like fiending for views, the quality of my skits, in my opinion, like went down. So ever since like I stopped myself from doing that, like I really like sat down. Like my whole process to like my skit creation, like I sit down, I brainstorm, I write out like the scripts of all my skits. So with that, like instead of like trying to post like 10 skits a week, I'll put like 10 like mid skits, like okay skits. I'll post like 3 really good ones, in my opinion, ones that I put a lot of effort into thinking out, brainstorming, you know what I mean, rewriting, all of that. I feel comfortable, way more comfortable, knowing that I put out my best work. And if it doesn't blow up, immediately, I know that with other videos that'll blow up in the future, like I'll get traction. There'll be viewers that'll go and look at my older posts and see that, oh, this one, how did this not blow up? This is such a good skit. Like, I get comments like that all the time. And like, I appreciate that, because they see that I put so much effort into those skits, like so much time and like thinking. And like as a content creator, like you really, really need that. I feel like that's the most important thing, because if you're like oversaturating, you're like if you're just like over like saturating like your feed with like mid content, then your fan base at some point is just gonna stop fucking with you. I mean, it's really that simple. So yeah, keep that in mind. All right, that's it. You know, I know this is like different from like the content that I started off on YouTube making, which is just purely skits, but I really want to like broaden my content. I'm not gonna stop making skits. Don't get it twisted. Me, I will always make my skits, but you know, here and there, I'm gonna have a little bit something different for y'all. You know, just dropping gems here and there. And yeah, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, okay? Notify yourself. Notify yourself that I'm making a video. Tell a friend to watch the video. Yes. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.